Hey, how's it going? Hi. Coming to you out of quarantine. I'm talking to you from my room. I hope you're doing well. I hope life is good. I just wanted to quickly drop in. I realize I haven't made a YouTube video public in quite a few weeks. Gonna fix my hair there. I'm using a selfie stick right now, so in case you don't know. I'm actually like facing a mirror here, so I can tell when I'm actually in frame and when I'm not. So it kind of helps. When I figure out how to have this camera just in front of me and then just talk right into it, then I think we can kind of work with that. But until then, I'm probably just gonna do the mirror setup for the camera, and then I have a spot over in the corner there for my iPad. This is really off the cuff. I feel like anytime I talk on the camera itself, it's going to be really off the cuff. Coronavirus time is still upon us. I did not think I was going to be spending my birthday in COVID season, and speaking of, I actually kind of wanted to do a video talking about like my birthday and how it went and all that stuff. It's basically very mundane. It was about a month ago, but my coworkers decided to celebrate it last week, so I figured, you know what, let me bring this video back. If it's still worth celebrating like a month odd later, why not talk about it? I'm 28 years old now. I'm happy to be 28. It's been a long time coming. It feels like sometimes that, how do I say this without, I have a lot of thoughts in my head, and I want to make sure I say them in a way that I don't offend anyone, anybody who could ever watch this video. Sometimes, like, because I live at home with my family, a lot of times it doesn't quite feel like I'm an actual adult, because I still have the same rules that I had when I was 18. So it's like, okay, the last 10 years have come and gone, and I'm still in the same place that I was back then. And it feels like there wasn't any growth. And there's people around me who say, oh, you know, you're different from the last job you were at, and then this job that you're in now, you're a different person, or you went through X situation and now you're in this situation and now you're a different person. And it's like, am I though? Am I a different person? Have I in fact changed? Because I don't see a change. The only change I see is the extra like 20 odd pounds that I have on right now, and that needs to go far away, you know? Oh my god, I see a fly on my door. Normally I would kill it, but I'm recording, and whenever I kill a fly, somebody thinks that somebody got injured near me, so let me just not for now. I'm gonna let it live for now, but I'm gonna come for it later. It's okay. But yeah, you know, I've been sitting down, I've been looking at myself, and I'm thinking, I don't see any changes in me. I don't see my life being different, but the people in my life will say there, you see that purple in there? That's my little corner that I like to talk on. God, I see it in the mirror. But you know, I look at my life and I'm like, I don't see anything different. I don't see a change. I don't see any adjustment. And the reality is, for many of us, maybe you're like me, I don't know, maybe you're like me, where you feel like there's like this failure to launch, or like this plateau where you're just on cruise control, and you just never get that chance to like reach for some things that you want to reach for. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where like you had a goal, you had a dream, and everybody around you feels like it's their duty to convince you that your dream isn't valid, or your dream isn't something you should reach towards. And I'm not the person to tell you, I'm not a motivational speaker, let's put it that way. I can tell you, hey, they're wrong, chase your dreams, but I'm not chasing my dreams. I'm on cruise control like you. So this is a journey for us together. So if you want, I'll encourage you, and you encourage me, and we'll see where we can go with this. Yeah, that's really it. I'm grateful for this last year of my life. I got a new job. I got my DELF C1 certification, my advanced French level proficiency. Just gonna switch hands here. Selfie stick's a little heavy. I've met some new friends. I've kept some old ones. Last year actually, I started a side hustle where I write articles for a blog. I've talked about that blog in another video, so if you want to check that out, feel free. And now it looks like I'm gonna start, I actually started doing some social media work with the same blogging company, and they want me now to do some paid social media work, which is nice because, you know, your girl likes some moolah, can pay off some student loans and all that. Yeah, the student loans have lasted these past 10 years too. God, don't want to think about that. But yeah, you know, I just want to encourage you, encourage myself. You know what, I'm a year older. I'm praying that this year will be the best year of my life. And just a quick COVID update. I actually have another COVID update that I need to upload that I did like a few months ago. Life has been good for me. It's been really good. And I don't necessarily want to brag, because I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of things. I know there's people who have people who've been infected by COVID-19. I know there's been people who have who've lost their jobs, or people who have, you know, lost all hope. And I don't want to be that person who's like, oh, look at me, oh, like that's not how I want to be. But I do want to say that my life has been good and I have been blessed. I haven't had COVID. I have a cousin who had COVID. I don't know how she's doing because we're not close. Yeah. I am still working. I thankfully had a job that was kind of partially, I could do a little bit of remote work and then a little bit in-person work. To be quite honest, let me try not to be shady when I say this, but let's be real here. I would say about 60% of the jobs in North America, I'm in Canada, I would say about 60% of the jobs in North America could have been done remotely a long time ago. And especially for me, like I'm a person, I'm in communications, I do social media and I also do writing. There's really no need for me to be in an office. Like I can work from anywhere. I don't have to be in an office, you know. And unfortunately, we in North America, we just have a culture of just glorified babysitting is what I like to call it, where like bosses feel like if they can't see you, smell you, touch you, all the five senses, hear you, all that stuff, that you're not working. And it's like, I actually feel like I get more work done here at home in my own element, in my own space, in my own room, than I get even done at work. Like, yeah, I feel like I really have been accomplishing a lot, and I'm looking forward to see what else I can accomplish. I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, so let me just take a quick side note. Apologies for any issues with the makeup there. I do have bad skin. I'm working on it. Eventually, when I clean up my skin all the way, we're gonna do a skincare reveal, and we're gonna talk about all the stuff I'm using. But at this point, the skin ain't it. I put on makeup because I went to church. That's why I'm in my little dressy dress. Love this dress. It's my favorite dress. And I put on the mask going to and from church, and I touched up the makeup when I got to church, and then when I got back I was like, you know what, I can't retouch this makeup 2 times. And then just to do YouTube videos, to YouTube though, can you guys just be okay with the fact that I tried? I'll do better next time, I promise. I don't know what it is with me today. Like normally when I'm on YouTube and I'm talking and doing YouTube videos, I don't like put my personality into the videos, and like this time I actually am. So I'm hoping that I've turned over a new leaf, because I feel like in the past I haven't been comfortable with myself, like on camera, like talking. I don't know what it is today. Maybe it's a selfie stick weighing my hands down. Maybe it's getting some decreased blood flow up there or something. I don't know. But yeah, you know, just back to circling back to what I said previously. This is to me, this is to all my friends on cruise control who have just been surviving and been in survivor mode this whole time. I feel you, and I've been there, and I am there. It's just this feeling like you just gotta sit down, don't rock the boat, and just get through this season of your life before you actually get things going. And if you're me, and if that's happening with you, try little things here and there. Little things. I remember in the past, I wanted to learn Korean, and I wanted to go to Sogang University to do their 5-week immigration program. Not immigration program, not immigration. Freudian slip there. Not immigration. Their immersion program, where I would be immersed in the language for 5 weeks and then come back to Canada. Thought about it, was believing God I was going to get to go, and my family kept shutting it down to the point where they said, if you go on this trip, you don't have a home to come back to. I thought, okay, no problem. Haven't been to Korea yet, and I've known of so many people who have made it there, and I haven't, even including friends. And at this point, I'm doing what I can, little things here and there. Like, for instance, I'm on Duolingo. I finished Duolingo French and Duolingo Spanish. I'm currently on Duolingo Korean. And I have 20 full levels, so they have different circles of different levels. So I have about 20 of those to go. And then I have officially completed the Duolingo Korean course. And once I'm done with that, I am going to hop onto Rosetta Stone. I'm just going to do their first level because it looks like their first level is free on the platform. I'm going to do the first level of Korean. I'm going to do the first level of French, and then I'm going to pause. I might pay for it, but I'm thinking I'd rather just buy the lifetime account than pay every year, because I feel like eventually you're going to have paid a lifetime account's worth, so it doesn't make sense to me to buy a subscription again. I'm sorry if you're getting shaking in the camera. Switching hands here. Yeah, I feel like I've been working with my day job, but I feel like I haven't really made time for other things, like there are articles that I plan to write for the blog as a side hustle. Haven't done those, want to get to those. I have about 10 articles that I'm thinking about writing. I have about 4 of them done, and I have another few left to go. What else? Language learning. So I'm trying to do 1 French language call every week. Speaking of actually French language calls, I've been doing them with my Quebec language partner for the last little bit. Don't want to show too much. I've been doing them with my Quebec language partner for the last little bit. I actually just got in touch with my original French language partner from Hello Talk. They're both from Hello Talk, but he was the original one. And he had, back in the day, I used to send him copies of my audio clips for my job. And he used to say to me, why don't we do a podcast together? Let's do a podcast. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to do a podcast. Yeah, I don't know. And then he's like, and he kept pushing for us to do a podcast together. And I never took him up on the offer. And I figured, and then one girl tweeted this past weekend, or not the past weekend, this past week. And she said, oh, you know, I'd love to do a podcast, but I don't want to do it solo. And I commented on her tweet and I said, look, I had a friend who actually wanted me to do a podcast with him, but I never did it. Maybe now would be a good time to start. And she's like, go for it, girl, do it. And so I reached out to my original language partner. We hadn't talked in like forever because he's in France, I'm in Canada. Time zone wise, it was getting harder and harder to plan a good call because I would have to be up in the mornings, and the space that I'm in, I can't really do morning calls, so it wasn't quite working out. So yeah, so I kind of just let it go and picked somebody closer to home who's amazing, love him. And I just said, you know what, hey, do you want to do podcasts again? You thinking that this might be something we could do? He said, sure, let's do it. So after I get off of this recording, I'm actually gonna go and take a look at what we can do in terms of a recording. And so if we get this done and we get this down, what I think we can do is we can have we could have a recording done, and then I can also upload those recordings onto YouTube as videos. And then of course I think we'd like to have a podcast as well. It's going to be bilingual, English, French. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it even happens. And they're talking about it like, yes, this is so going to happen. We're planning for the first recording tomorrow. So today's Sunday. August 8th. I have a calendar over there. I'm just looking over at it. And again, if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at myself in the mirror, see how I look. But yeah, you know, if we get it done and it's done well, I'll either post it on this YouTube channel or we're going to create a brand new YouTube channel just for that podcast. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm hoping that we can get it done. And again, this is just little things that I'm doing to try and get myself out of that cruise control, out of that rut, out of that plateau. And even me recording this video for you is getting me out of the plateau, because I'm always that person who says, I've always, ever since I started on YouTube back in 2000, I think it was 2006, YouTube started popping. At that point, I asked my parents, I said, please let me, I want to post all the videos on YouTube. They're like, there's no YouTube videos in our house. Cool, bet. So I never did it. It wasn't until years later, probably like 5 or so years ago, maybe 4 or so years ago, I don't remember. But I remember they were saying to me, like, why don't you go on YouTube? And I was like, you're the ones who told me I shouldn't make YouTube videos. And they're like, well, you post all the time on Instagram and that's way more invasive than YouTube, so you might as well just do YouTube. And then I just never did it. But now I'm thinking, like, it's quarantine, I have the time, I've always wanted to do this. Let me at least plan a few videos, see what I can do with it, see if anybody likes the content I have out there, and then we can see how we can move forward, you know what I mean? It's better to try and flop than not try, right? So wish me the best, I'm gonna wish you the best, you know? So keep it up. I talked to you about examples. I was a little rambly. I didn't plan this video out, as you can clearly tell. This is kind of off the cuff, and if this video is from my camera, it is going to be off the cuff. It's going to be just me riffing, talking randomly, and I'll just hope you enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I want to encourage you, again, if you're like me and you're stuck in a rut, take baby steps. Don't start jumping out of airplanes or anything. Don't do anything crazy. Just think about, like, is there something you've always wanted to do? Is there something you've always liked to do? What can you potentially do to move yourself and your life forward? Right? So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I'm going to do more off the cuff sessions soon. Better believe it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.